It was a very brave thing for him to say as a Jewish man winning a award for your movie that literally talked about the Holocaust. The fact that you're bringing that up there, he is the perfect person to talk about this, okay? The singular perfect person to talk about this on that stage was him. And he did it. He used the moment. I'm saying it. Recapping Hollywood's biggest night, Jonathan Glazer. I think, honestly, so much love and so much respect for Jonathan Glazer. Straight up. I tweeted about it immediately after, but like, as far as the, oh yeah, Kate Middleton conspiracy, I'm going to talk about that too. But yeah, let's get started with the Oscars, okay? First and foremost, massive protests outside of where it was supposed to take place, which apparently caused some of the glitz and glamorous Hollywood stars to actually walk the streets in their outfits, in their little outfits, because there was, you know, they shut down access to it. So let's
took over multiple intersections in Hollywood, calling for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war, causing some stars to show up late to the 96th Academy Awards. At least one protester was arrested. The red carpet leading into the Dolby Theater was cordoned off for several blocks in every direction, with a security checkpoint on Hollywood Boulevard.
This is just such like police state shit, honestly. Straight up. Gay sex is least harmful for the environment as you have 0% chance of producing a kid. Suck a cock for future generations. Thank you. Yeah, all right. This is cool. This is fun. Big Oscar year for the whites. Dude, I'm sorry. It's a good year for movies, and it was a good year for the Oscars. Stop. I hate that like conservatives have now become the most annoying guys out there, who they always were, obviously, but now they're doing the exact same thing that like annoying liberals were doing, but this time from the conservative side. So it's doubly annoying because at least the liberals had like empathy and morality on their side. Conservatives are just as smarmy and just as annoying in their identity politics, and it's also immoral. So shut the fuck up. It's just like doubly shitty. It's doubly shitty. How did you do this? How did you arrive at the worst possible position on this issue? Like, they went from Oscars so white, Oscars so woke, to like Oscars literally so white, and it's awesome. Shut the fuck up. Just make movies, watch movies, enjoy movies. I'm sick and tired of this fucking nonsense. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. They are the radlibs now. Just enjoy shit. Why can you not have fun at all? Why? Why is it like impossible to have fun? Movies bad though? No, they're not. Movies very good. This year, great year for movies, even though there was massive strikes happening. And this upcoming year now, 2024, already started out with a goddamn banger with Dune 2, okay? Movies are back, and everyone is saying it. Everyone is saying it. Once I saw Barbenheimer double feature, I was like, that's it. Movies are back, baby. They're back. They are. Whether you like it or not, they are so back, okay, in a big way. Doing two bitches at the same damn time. That's what I'm talking about, dude. I love that they're erasing the historic and well-deserved win of Davine Rudolph from The Holdovers. Yeah, it's just like, it's lame. Please talk about Al Pacino announcing Best Picture like he was reading a menu. Yeah, I know. Well, he's Al Pacino, so he can do whatever the freak he wants. But anyway, let's do the recap real quick, and then I'll get to the conservatives complaining and being like, oh, wokeness is dead. I saw Sydney Sweeney's titties. It's like, dude, none of the things that you are mentioning are political, okay? The Oscars is still incredibly libbed up. It was always libbed up as an institution. And obviously, as a liberal institution, it has some conservative reactionary values, right? That's the reason why you see like open applause for 20 Days of Mariupol, which it deserves for the record. But then like it's relatively controversial to talk about Gaza in similar terms. Like there's obviously like some reactionary shit, some liberal shit, some things that are permissible, some things that are not. The notion that like, you know, Cillian Murphy winning Best Actor is somehow woke or not woke is idiotic. It was stupid when the Radlibs were talking about it under similar terms as well, by the way, to be like, oh, wow, this is really messed up. I can't believe like they're not celebrating any they're not celebrating enough like people of color as actors. Like it was dumb. But they were right. Morally, they were right because, you know, an argument is to be made about more diversity, more representation, which makes better cinema overall. So on that front, there's at least a little bit of a crumb of like truth to the argument on there's a what? Why are you a rape apologist? Bro, what is happening, my boy? Where is this guy coming from? I'm talking about the Oscars. This motherfucker said, why are you a rape apologist? Are you okay? Dude's been following since 2021, previously 1 month subscriber. Are you all right? Take your medication, dog. Take your medication, homie. Big homie, take your medication. You need your medication. Anyway, this is what happens when you start dodging the free subs. This is why you shouldn't watch Poor Things. It's the New York Times article thing. Are they saying that white people are better? Everything by default and should always get the awards? Aren't they just admitting to be racist? I mean, they are always admitting that they're racist. You know where he came from? I don't know where he came from. Anyway, I genuinely don't know because I don't have Twitter anymore on my phone. So I literally just like post, and then like yesterday when I was watching the Oscars, I saw the zone of interest speech and I was like, oh, I want to tweet about this. I literally ran upstairs, grabbed my laptop, tweeted, and then closed the laptop, never looked at it again. I only have Twitter on my desktop and my laptop. I don't have it on my phone anymore. You still have it on your phone? Now it's another app with an X for an icon. Yeah, good one. Yeah. Why not? Because it's just like an incredibly right-wing shitty space, and I feel like it makes me feel bad. That's it. That's literally it. I constantly am seeing awfulness all the time. And like as a part of my job, I already have to read a lot of awful shit anyway. And I was thinking like, God damn, why am I so like, I don't think it's good for my brain to constantly see like right-wing propaganda all the time from like the stupidest people. Why do you use it at all? Because it's still, there's still a lot going on there. There's still a lot of discourse on there. There's still journalists on there. I still rely on it. Like there's a level of usefulness still to Twitter. It's just that it's not useful for me to be on it all the time. In the past, I felt like it was useful for me to be on it all the time, but I can live without the constant like Nazi propaganda. What? Everything Now Show, just a fan of yours from 2010's comedy Tumblr and Twitter, Andrea Streeter, cheers. The fuck's going on? Chatters are talking to one another. Shouts out Andrea Streeter. What is happening here? Stop talking to one another. This is I feel like when the class is talking to each other, calling everyone Nazi, of course. Yeah, I know. I can't believe I'm doing that. Like, what's next, dude? Are you going to say VDARE is a white nationalist institution? Wow, dude. They're just national socialist, okay? Except they're not even socialist at all. They're just nationalist and just want to restrict immigration to whites only. What do you mean? That's like perfectly valid position, I think. Anyway, how do you say teacher in Turkish? It's a hard one. Öğretmen. There's like 4 letters in there that you don't have in the English language. Move over to Blue Sky to get inundated with drama posts and dick pics. No, I hate Blue Sky too, because Blue Sky also has the same. Blue Sky is like the mentally ill leftists who are like all rad libs who say stuff like, you know, it's ableist to talk about Gaza or some shit. I can't even come up with something clever. Okay, no, it's just, I don't care. I don't want to hear about like blue sky liberals either. Blue Sky's for the 37-year-olds who everyone else muted in 2018. Yeah. Anatomy of a Fall cast wearing Palestine pins. Yes, everybody was wearing Palestine pins. They were wearing Artists for Ceasefire pins. Like there was a lot of pro-Palestine messaging, which was genuinely shocking to me, I think. Because like, let's be real, dude. Oscars is like one of those institutions that's ride or die, okay? Not for Israel in general. I'm talking like whatever the American State Department says goes. After all, these are institutions that literally work with the military, right? Like, and do a lot of promotion for the military. So seeing a lot of the actors beyond like the Mark Ruffalos of the world, who you expect to be like woke, it was cool. It was really interesting. It was cool. It was cool to see. I think it speaks to how unimaginably cruel the situation is, that like you have more people now demonstrating the bravery of taking on a position that is like anti-Israel and pro-Palestinian. This is, I think a lot of people were afraid after October 7 to say anything for understandable reasons because, it was very brutal. It was violent, and it was something that shocked people to the core. But seeing, what? Wearing a ceasefire pin, but not saying the actual word is the same equivalent as when celebrities were posting black squares on Instagram worthless. No, it is not the same of wearing black squares on Instagram. No, I don't think so at all. No, I think it's a pretty solid statement. At this point, it's not even anti-Israel to say ceasefire. It's not, but pro-Israel people do regard it as anti-Israel because it's insane. Yeah, they're saying like Billie Eilish is a dude. I'm telling you. She's wearing an anti-Semitic Hamas supporting red button. She's a bigot. Like, that's what I mean. There is a lot of like psycho shit that we're going to talk about in a second. Let me just go through this.
Inside the theater, Al Pacino made everyone nervous with the way he casually mentioned Oppenheimer while announcing Best Picture.
Here it comes. And my eyes see Oppenheimer. Yes.
The biopic about the father of the atomic bomb also won Best Actor, Best Cinematographer.
Let me tell you something, okay? You know who I actually was shocked by? What I was expecting more from? Cillian Murphy. When he said, I'm Irish to the bone, I was like, oh my God, he's doing it. He's going to say Free Palestine. And then he capped it off with, shouts out to all the peacemakers around the world. We're living in a post-Oppenheimer world. Shouts out to all the peacemakers around the world. I was like, come on, bro. Come on. You're literally Irish. Your existence there on stage is like, this is the most pro-Palestinian country on the planet in the Western Hemisphere. What are we talking about right now? The global North. When someone says, I'm Irish to the bone, I immediately assume, okay, he's about to say some shit about Palestine. That's what I think. Anyway, Irish people aren't that left-wing law. Look at the history of the Irish Free State. Irish people, left-wing, right-wing, doesn't matter, have historically been in support of Palestine. Like, it doesn't matter. You can be like homophobic and anti-abortion, right? And still be pro-Palestine, which I just described like half of the Irish government's position. Well, not the government, but like the Irish population's position just now. Like they've always seen Palestinian oppression as a dual struggle, like in a similar vein to the oppression that they faced from the British. That's it. Nah, Quebec is the most free Palestine country in the West. Maybe because of Denis Villeneuve. So anyway, do you think, and forgive me if I missed it, but I feel the Finns are more performative, specifically in Billie Eilish's case, where she had a pin and a platform to say something she already has and was still silent. I'm not saying it's their job. But I don't know, the pins really mean anything. I mean, it's the least. There's a reason why many people don't do it, because it is like, it's still a statement. Hollywood is, and as we know, as I've covered extensively, allergic to any mention of like Palestine. Hollywood across the board is very reactionary towards Palestinian struggle. Look at what happened to Melissa Barrera. They made an example out of her. Okay. I've already told you, like, listen, I have experienced it myself personally from people who have literally been like, yeah, you got to dial it back, big dog, on the Israel-Gaza stuff. It's a little too hot for us. I've told you this. Yeah, people get blacklisted and shit. Anyway, where was I? No Hasan biopic coming anytime soon. Yeah. I think it's a good thing overall. I do definitely wish that more people would speak out. I wish everyone had like a zone of interest type speech ready to go, locked in the chamber. Don't even try it. Down. Good girl. They gave one of the worst movies the most overt forms of propaganda Best Picture, The Hurt Locker. Exactly. Like, Hollywood isn't like pro-Israel in the anti-Semitic conspiracy way either, by the way. It's like pro-Israel in the most like State Department propaganda ways possible. There are certainly a lot of people who are hyper Zionist, like ultra Zionist across the board. And then there are woke kings like the guy heading the agency that I'm with, who are liberal Zionists, like Ari Emanuel. True. Very much anti-Netanyahu. That's right. Ari is anti-Netanyahu. So just remember that. Anyway, maybe that's why I haven't been dropped. But yeah, the Ukrainian documentary speech was very tense. I thought it was very good. I mean, I get what he was saying. He said that I wish I didn't have to make this movie. I wish I never got this Oscar. I would trade it for Russia not invading Ukraine in a heartbeat, which makes total sense. Killian's politics have been well known for many years to those who just learned his name because of Oppenheimer. I get it. No, that's why I said, that's why I'm shocked because of his politics. That's why I'm shocked that he didn't say anything. And he went with the cowardly route by being like, I'm Irish. Shouts out to the peacemakers. Anyway. Yeah.
Best score and best director. And Robert Downey Jr.
By the way, Oppenheimer deserved it. Anybody that says it didn't is a liar, okay?
won Best Supporting Actor for his role in the film. It's his first Oscar.
My
His
goat.
career has included a series of arrests for drug-related charges and a year in prison.
Okay, everybody needs to dial it back, dog. Jesus Christ, dude. That's a crazy way to approach the story. I know that they're trying to say like, okay, rehabilitation works, like, but goddamn, dude, just let the man. I don't
He
know.
thanked his wife for helping him turn his life around.
I'd like to thank I'm a veterinarian. I meant wife, Susan Downey over there. She found me a snarling rescue pet, and you love me back to life. That's why I'm here.
A stunned Emma Stone won Best Actress for Poor Things, her second career win in the category. And Barbie, the highest grossing film last year, took home 1 Oscar.
Dude, I think I'm Just Ken got robbed on this, straight up. I think I'm Just Ken was such, I'm a loyalist of I'm Just Ken. I think that's a great song. Unironically, such a good song.
Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas won for their song What Was I Made For? Eilish is now the youngest 2-time Oscar winner ever at 22.
We won 2 years ago, and that still hasn't
sunken in or gotten normal.
It doesn't make sense.
Later, Ryan Gosling, who played Ken, performed the movie's other nominated song, I'm Just Ken.
Dude, Ryan Gosling is crazy, dude. He is so... This performance was phenomenal. There was a lot of mid performances, I think, of that night. I really thought this performance was great. He is very talented. He is, man.
The performance
He is that
included
guy.
3 dozen backup Kens.
I'm just Ken, anywhere else I be.
And an appearance by Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, it really was a good show. And one of those Ken backup dancers says that the group practiced for 2 days in the theater lobby, sometimes until 10 o'clock at night.
It's wild. Yeah, you're right. Well, he's not even a singer primarily is not true. I think he was in an indie band or something, right? Early on in his career. So he definitely has he has that dog in him. He certainly has that background. But Man's Bones, is that what it's called? Killers of the Flower song nom was good as well. He was literally in the Mickey Mouse Club. Lamau, not a singer, my ass. Yeah, he definitely is a very talented guy. He definitely is a very talented dude. So it's not shocking to me that he just kind of clapped up. He was not, I guess the point is, he was not a 100% singer-songwriter. And there were 100% down singer-songwriters there that actually didn't do as good of a job as him. All right, let's get to this. I think this is the most important part of the night, from my perspective at least. I thought the John Cena naked stuff was funny, but I'm going to talk about Jonathan Glazer. Jonathan Glazer is the director and now Oscar award winner for Zone of Interest. I have not seen Zone of Interest yet. I really, really want to watch it, but I understand it. I get it. I've seen Zone of Interest type movies at the very least a million times over. Even though this movie in and of itself does not go the played out cliche route of the Holocaust movies, some of which are phenomenal and obviously masterpieces. Others are basically just, just rehashing the same like Oscar bait stuff. Jonathan Glazer wrote a movie or made a movie about off of book about the banality of evil and also the self-interest that people demonstrate even in times of like intense cruelty. Tragedy Oscar bait is the normal trope, yes, but I think that it takes a very interesting, very different look talking about the normalization of cruelty, exactly like how normal people operate next to Auschwitz, right? And I think that is obviously a very important story and a very important framework, especially considering the parallels between what is going on in Gaza, right? The normalization of cruelty that comes with a fascist government. And we are there. We're there. This is like what's going on. And what's going on in Israel is a great parallel. And I would have been shocked, like I said, like I tweeted yesterday, I would have been shocked if he didn't actually bring that up. But he did. And for that, a lot of people are yelling at him, as a matter of fact. By the way, thank you, Majority Report, for the raid. Hope to see Sam Cedar, Uncle Sam, soon. Okay? I'm going to have him on the broadcast in a little bit. I said, Glazer made a movie about the banality of evil during the Holocaust. It would have been odd if he didn't mention the parallels to Gaza. Respect for saying something to an otherwise hostile room. Remember, they booed Michael Moore's speech for criticizing the Iraq War. Jonathan Glazer calls for a ceasefire, highlights the importance of separating political conflicts from the shared humanity and suffering experienced by all involved parties. So, you mean the Nazis are shouting at him? Jonathan can glaze my zone of interest anytime? Okay. Jonathan Glazer's speech was blacklisted from the Oscars YouTube account, Lamau. Yes. Here's the thing, okay? And look, let's just hear what his speech is, and then I'll go through it.
Thank you to the Academy for this honor, and to our partners A24, Film 4 Access, and the Polish Film Institute, to the Auschwitz-Birkenau State Museum for their trust and guidance, to my producers, actors, collaborators. All our choices were made to reflect and confront us in the present, not to say, look what they did then, rather look what we do now. Our film shows where dehumanization leads at its worst. It shaped all of our past and present. Right now, we stand here as men who refute their Jewishness and the Holocaust being hijacked by an occupation which has led to conflict for so many innocent people. Whether the victims of October the 7th in Israel or the ongoing attack on Gaza, all are victims of this dehumanization. How do we resist? Alexandra Bistron Kaladziejczak, the girl who glows in the film as she did in life, chose to. I dedicate this to her memory and her resistance. Thank you.
I mean, why is saying it on the stage so important? The people that watch this shit are sheep anyways? Dude, what are you talking about? First of all, that's like the majority of the planet. Everyone is a sheep, okay? The entire point is waking up sheep. The people cheering and clapping aren't the Americans. Let me out. Yeah. So I think that was a massive deal, okay? That was a massive deal. It's the biggest stage. His movie directly talks about it. He openly says using Judaism and the Holocaust in the name of like contributing to atrocities that people face akin to like the similarities are there, the mechanized version of death that befalls upon a largely civilian population. Like it's a perfect take. Okay. It was a very brave thing for him to say. And the reason why it's a very brave thing for him to say, obviously, like a lot of you are brain broken from hearing me constantly talk about this, but there's a very big difference between me talking about this on my stream versus saying it at the Oscars after winning as a Jewish man, winning a award for your movie that literally talked about the Holocaust. The fact that you're bringing that up there, he is the perfect person to talk about this, okay? The perfect person, the singular perfect person to talk about this on that stage was him. And he did it. He used the moment. So, I mean, it's just like he has literally all the backing and all the credibility. And guess what, dude? The ADL is big mad, of course. So many ultra-Zionists are so unimaginably ass-pained over this shit, okay? There was, what is that? Noah Tishby lady was like, I cannot believe how anti-Jewish the Hollywood liberals have become. And it's like, dude, what the are you saying? You are the most delusional person on the planet, dude. They are all Hamas supporters. Like, you. ADL, Times of Israel, accepting Oscar. Glazer says, don't use our Jewishness and Holocaust to justify Gaza war. Director of award-winning The Zone of Interest Holocaust movie laments occupation, dehumanization in Israel and Gaza. Several celeb wear pins calling for ceasefire. As widely predicted, Oppenheimer, the biopic of Jewish nuclear scientist J. Robert Oppenheimer, swept a number of categories of Sunday's Oscars, including Best Picture, in a year unusually heavy with Jewish nominees. But the most talked about Jewish moment of the night came courtesy of Jonathan Glazer, writer-director of the cerebral Holocaust drama. Dude, it's kind of funny. I just realized that, like, two dudes that were up for Best Male Actor were two Gentiles that were portraying themselves as Jewish men. I didn't even put that together. That's crazy. You had Bradley Cooper and Cillian Murphy. That's wild. Anyway, there was an end Jewish hate commercial during the Oscars too. Yeah, exactly. There was a literal like anti-Semitism ad and everything. Standing alongside producer James Wilson and Len Blavatnik during his acceptance speech for the Best International Feature, Glazer, who is Jewish and came to Israel on a 5-month program with a student at London Jewish Free School, denounced Israel's occupation of Palestinian territory, which he said had led to dehumanization that had affected both Israelis and Palestinians. Our film shows where dehumanization leads at its worst. It's all shaped all of our past and present. Right now, we stand here as men who refute their Jewishness and the Holocaust being hijacked by an occupation, which has led to conflict for so many innocent people, whether the victims of October 7th in Israel or the ongoing attack in Gaza. He added to the applause and cheers. This part is really important, okay? He is directly pointing out the atrocities of October 7 and laying the blame in the hands of the Israeli occupation where it belongs. He is right to say this. This is the correct take. This is a take that would get you blasted a couple months ago. Okay? This is a take that I've had since day one that like the Harvard student coalitions had as well and got punished for it, like aggressively punished for it. Did you see all the lying monsters intentionally cutting the quota? We denounce our Jewishness. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what they were saying, but Jonathan Glazer, you hijacked the Oscars for a naive, selfish, and vile narrative blaming the victim. Gaza was not occupied on October 7. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Glazer's reference to Israel's war in Gaza came after pro-Palestinian protesters snarled traffic around the Dolby Theater as Oscars kicked off. In a previous acceptance speech last month, Wilson criticized innocent people being killed in Gaza as something people should face head-on rather than from behind. The walls we construct in our lives, which we choose not to look behind, in an allusion to the film's depiction of Nazis and their families as willfully ignorant of the murder of Jews just beyond their gardens. So the entire point of like Zone of Interest is literally you can smell the crematoriums in Auschwitz. You can smell it. Some people know what it's about. Other people don't. But you should be curious as to what's going on. And many people just know. They know. Deep down inside, they know. They hear the screams. That's the whole point. Okay? That's the whole point. Variety should really correct this. This is not at all what Jonathan Glazer said. It's missing some key words. Right now, we stand here as men who refute their Jewishness, whether the victims of, what the f***, they misquoted them? Jesus Christ, this hard? They purposely misread his speech, basically this. I simply cannot fathom the moral rot in someone's soul that leads them to win an award for a movie about the Holocaust and with the platform given to them to accept that award by saying, we stand here as men who refute their Jewishness. This is a good, what the f***? The full quote, we stand here as men who refute their Jewishness and the Holocaust being hijacked by an occupation which has led to a conflict for so many innocent people. Ben is so mad about it. Of course he is. In Jonathan Glazer's Zone of Interest, you don't see one Jew. Those are the best Jews, according to Glazer, the faceless victim screaming in the distance. Ironically, he's the villain, picking up awards from the bodies of these anonymous dead Jews while ignoring the living ones getting slaughtered in Gaza envelope by genocidal murderers. Bro, that's crazy. Ben is the most Israel-coded American Jewish man I've ever seen. Like, down to the wire of, like, just the aggressive militant attitude. Like, how did you develop this, dog? You grew up in Los Angeles. If you say stuff like this, you have to be wearing capri pants and DJing, okay? Like, this is, I'm wearing capri pants and I'm DJing and I'm saying Hamas terror babies energy. You grew up in LA. What the f? It doesn't make any sense. Where did you develop this? You don't even listen to techno music. You are not allowed. If you don't listen to the worst techno you've ever seen, you can't have this energy, bro. He went to Walter Reed Middle School and a Jewish high school. That's where he got it. No, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This energy is like, this energy is straight up like a very right-wing Israeli energy that Ben should not have at all. Okay, that's my point. Like, this is like learned behavior. Anyway, you are surprised to learn that the world has more sympathy for the victims of a genocide, the Palestinians, rather than its perpetrators, Israelis. I heard from many people you are the best the right has to offer, but this tweet suggests you are an incomplete Israel apologist. I mean, he is, yes. I'm a little confused what he means by refute his Jewishness. Can you explain what he was saying a little? Yes, he's saying we refute our Jewishness and the Holocaust being used by Israel. He's not saying he refutes his Jewishness. He's saying he refutes Israel's utilization of Judaism and the memory of the Holocaust to do a genocide. That's crazy, dude. Did you see the guy who tried to dedicate Glazer's Oscar to Israel himself? I dedicate Jonathan Glazer's Oscar to the brave and brilliant men and women of the IDF and the state of Israel. Don't stop till the enemy is defeated. Zionists undefeated and finding new unique things to steal. Like, what do you mean? Nah, I don't care. I don't care what the movie's about. Nah. La 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 la. I can't hear you. It's actually about. I've decided it's actually good. The movie is not telling me what I think it's telling me. I will refuse to learn. It's my Oscar now. E Fartlow came out hot. I woke up this morning and felt unbelievable despair about Hollywood. For years, I felt it is a bad place. Okay, I'm doing her accent correctly because remember, she is Scottish, okay? She's Scottish. Eve Fartlow is Scottish. I have witnessed firsthand several times how this epicenter of popularity treats people with courage. Last night, it rewarded people with cowardice. Jews who refute their identity were applauded on the Oscars podium. Non-Jews who wore red pin badges celebrating Jewish lynchings in the name of peace were photographed having the night of their lives. Hours later at Vanity Fair, Mark Ruffalo said humanity is winning. No, Mark, humanity is not winning. Ego, money, and power is. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, that's what she sounds like. Look it up. That's literally, yeah. Another banger from Eve Fartlow. Remember that former banger from Eve Fartlow where she said, just left a massage therapist, saw a free parking sign, thought that the sign said free Palestine. Us Jews are tired. Free parking. Jews are tired. Yeah, Amber Heard's bestie. Oh, yeah. Anyway. You have Brianna Wu falling for Hasbara stickers. Babies are occupiers too. Free Palestine by any means necessary. There is no way this is real, man. Oh, God, she's so stupid. It's crazy how stupid she is. Wait, what? I don't want to go after him publicly, but the concept of baby settlers recently popularized by the #1 Twitch streamer. Then that person ever been in Twitch? Wait, what? Yeah! Yeah! That's right. That's me. Classic. Thank you for acknowledging that I'm the #1 Twitch streamer on the planet. Everybody stop saying Kai Cenat. Guys, stop saying Kai Cenat. No, she means me because I'm the #1 Twitch streamer. I sent another one of those earlier. It's so how do people not see this as fake? Yeah, dude, because okay, how much you want to bet this is literally a Black's Rule moment from some Hasbara operation? You only fall for this if you are A, the dumbest person on the planet, like literally just like barely kept alive by modern medicine, or B, you have a lot of motivated reasoning to feel like it. Okay, like you feel like that is exactly what Hamas is all about. That is exactly what the Palestinian struggle is all about, and therefore this is just like reinforcing your biases. That's it. Is Brianna subsentient or evil? I think she is literally a unique case where she has a little bit of both. I do personally think she's a little bit of both. Like on the one hand, I think she's very, very, very dumb, considering some of the things that she said, including, but not limited to, talking about Moses parting the Red Sea as though it was a real historical event. She did that. That was crazy, right? So stuff like that leads me to believe that she actually is kind of dumb and not actually, or Houthis, that was another good one. Like stuff like that makes me feel like she's not acting, right? Like she is actually kind of very stupid. But I do think that it's, you know, there's a level of like, there is a level of clout engineering that plays a role in her behavior as well, considering that like she didn't have any positions at all on this stuff until recently and realized like this will give me an opportunity with like, I don't know, maybe like DNC staffers or some shit for Rebellion Pack. So I do think that it's like a careerist moment for her too. Anyway, it did happen. He did it with a Beyblade. Yeah. She gets too much credit for people, even though her entire career was making one of the ugliest games ever made. Got famous for being yelled at by guys like Quarter Pounder and Milo, and she looks like Marilyn Manson during his court appearances. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, M. Hud. Yeah, this was pretty funny. I said Biden's take on Palestinian lives are disgusting. No other words. He mentions the 30K killed by the IDF as though they're victims of a natural disaster. To which Brianna quote tweeted me, apparently. I didn't even know. Yeah, I was absolutely disgusted by his plans to literally build oceanic infrastructure to ensure steady supply of food gets to the Palestinian refugees. Oceanic infrastructure. What ocean? Does Israel have an ocean near it? Why do these people, here's a very cool way to like recognize that someone is stupid, but portraying themselves as like intelligent, okay? Trying to present themselves as intelligent, okay? It's a sea, it's not an ocean, but she said oceanic because in her mind, it comes across as like intelligent to say oceanic. Just say build a port, that's it. But she don't want to say that because she wants to like genuinely elevate, like for a lot of dumb people on Twitter, she wants to come across like more intelligent than she actually is. Anyway, it's fine. It's besides the point. Oceanic infrastructure. To ensure a steady supply of food gets to the Palestinian refugees, no matter what Netanyahu decides. What an asshole. To which Talia Jane absolutely cooked her ass. Talia said, I remember years and years ago when you didn't bootlick for genocide or proudly carry water for meager half measures that could easily be resolved by forcing fascist freaks to stop blocking existing aid. You at least tried briefly to be for the people. I am for the people. The difference between us is I think Jews are also people. The difference between us is that I'm an actual Jew telling you you're on some fascist dog shit. You're a Shonda Goy selling yourself out to chase temporary approval by whoever will give it. For now, ethno-supremacist extremists, knowing deep down inside, none of them will have your back when you need someone to defend your rights. When they're on the chopping block, you will not be remembered. You sold your soul. You're an empty, a tool, a replaceable glass gleefully being filled by arbiters of hate on the comical delusion you're doing anything remarkable, a paragon of uselessness. Why did you block me, Brianna? I thought you said you believe Jews are people. Am I not a person? If you prick me, do I not bleed? Holy God damn. Talia absolutely destroyed her. Talia, for the record, was the one who exposed the Tyler Oliveira shit early on. Remember Tyler Oliveira, the YouTuber that we looked at, who was like talking about how he was interviewing random New Yorkers about the Jewish tunnels and also immigrants somehow that are connected. Okay. But yeah, it was great. And she toasted Brianna pretty aptly. She might be in here right now. She's great. She broke the Aaron Bushnell story as well. Yes, that's right. And also did a really good job with that as well. She was very careful and considerate. Got consent from Aaron's family before revealing the footage, and literally said that like Aaron wanted this footage to be out there, and Aaron's family wanted this footage to be out there as well. She's great. Quiet. So yeah. Okay. We're gonna move on from this. It's so ridiculous, dude. Anyway, much respect to Jonathan Glazer. Like I said, what a G, what an absolute G for openly coming out there and being like, listen, not in our name. This is bullshit. Okay. I have so much respect for a dude who was the most qualified to talk about this on stage. And now everybody's yelling at him. The ADL, which is a fraudulent institution at this point, okay, ultimately, in its inception, it was for a very good cause. Obviously, anti-Semitism is horrible and should be stopped. ADL is now Apartheid Defense League through and through, okay? Apartheid Defense League to the goddamn bone, okay? Holy shit. She's in here. Law, hi again, Hasan. Hope you're having a lovely day. What is this? Brianna is on some straight Nazi shit. What is this? Good morning, trans Twitter screaming at me for... I don't care. Don't show me any more stuff of Brianna Wu, okay? It's irrelevant. Like, even when she says dumb shit, it is irrelevant, okay? Hi, Talia. It is irrelevant. Brianna does this thing where, like, she's just farming. She's farming the other dumbasses on Twitter. That's it. Twitter is now, like, unfortunately, a right-wing shithole full of the dumbest people you've ever seen. And you can get hugboxed by them if you agree with them. That's it. And that's what Brianna is doing. What is this? Michael Rappaport? Let's go. My goat.
Why do you weak-ass, as a Jew, Jews have Jewish in your profile?
Yeah, tell it to him. Tell it to him, Michael. He's the beacon, the paragon of strength, dude. Yeah. God, I love him. At least he's like, out of all of the Hasbara ultra nationalists out there, I think Michael is the most tolerable. He sucks so bad, but like at least he's watchable. You know what I mean? Brett Gelman, unwatchable in my opinion. Amy Schumer, unwatchable. But when Michael goes off, I'm like, that's my guy.
File or Jew for ceasefire. I'm a Jew for...
Like, he always seems like he's going to do a rap battle for defending Israel. It's like, any one of you that wants to take it up, I will put the mic on and do a rap battle for Israel. Do you understand? Yeah, they call it a genocide, but the real genocide was October 7th. Recognize. If you don't like techno music, you can fuck off.
Palestine in your profile, huh? Why do you feel the need to explain that? You think you get good guy points for that bullshit? It shows how much you care.
No, dude, no. It's because people genuinely have, like, I know this is really hard, okay? I know this is really hard for you to comprehend because you're a piece of shit. But people, okay? But other people legitimately look at that and go, that's insane, okay? That's really bad. And they probably have a real distaste in Israel doing all of this stuff while simultaneously saying that they're doing it for Judaism when it is so far removed, okay? That's the difference.
Or how evolved you are from all the other Jewish people.
Yeah. Hamas is being a sucker MC, yo.
You weak-ass, self-hating... You have no knowledge of self. You could post as many watermelons and flags and explain this, that, and the third. But know this.
Okay.
If you were in Israel on October 7th, you would be raped, kidnapped, murdered, and had your homes burnt down with you and all your Jewish family in them, just like all the other Jews. If they had a chance, those radical jihadists, to get...
So, like, when on October 8th, victims, survivors from Kibbutz Be'eri, when they were saying that this is a direct consequence of Israel's apartheid, Israel's occupation, okay? is Michael Rappaport owning them in the marketplace of ideas as well? He's like, you're a fake Jew, unlike me in New York, safe and sound, right? Like they were saying it too. It's just so, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Glazer is a descendant of survivors of the Kishinev pogrom, which was one of the major justifications used for the Zionist movement and the need for a Jewish state in the early 1900s.
Get their hands on you. Never, ever, 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 ever forget. You could post all you want, but if they had a chance, they would treat you as a Jew, you weak-ass, embarrassing.
I think that, like, the notion, and this is like very real in ultra Zionist circles, like if you criticize Israel, you're just like anti-Semitic, is just so damaging to the discourse, and it's completely shut off some people from like from basically seeing the light in this situation. It's just like there are a lot of people who saw the atrocities on October 7. It broke their brains, and they were just like, "I'm done. No, it's over. I'm looking for only people who agree with me, and anyone who disagrees with me on this issue it must be straight up an anti-Semite." And it's like, no matter how many Israelis, Jews, Holocaust historians, like no matter who is like, hey dog, this is an apartheid, he doesn't want to listen to it. Okay, that's it. No more information can come in. Exactly. It's just I'm shutting out anyone that opposes this take. Anyone and everyone. All right, let's listen to the Jimmy Kimmel opening monologue briefly. Not even other Jewish people. Yeah, don't. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, I see it. Like, I've heard it. I've heard it myself. Like the treatment of anti-Zionist Jews as though they're like self-hating Jews is an inherently anti-Semitic thing to say. Like calling them capos and shit. And it's crazy. Anyway. What is this? To be honest, I think Dan is only seeing half the picture. Okay. That's a good one. Bars. Dan is always seeing half the picture. I hate Jimmy Kimmel. Did you see Emma Stone call him a prick? Emma Stone should be celebrated and defended and cherished. She's incredible. She must be protected at all costs. Anyone that hurts her, anyone that hurts her, I will stand in their way. I have not personally seen Nolan's, speaking of art, Nolan's bit about it was pretty good too, saying that this is a 100-year-old medium, and the fact that like they are cherishing, like he said he doesn't know where it's going to go. Like imagine theater or painting 100 years in, who knows where this will go, but the fact that you think I have played a significant role in this process is phenomenal. And I thought that was really cool. Like that was a great testament. That was a great statement in general. Oppenheimer has really made me forget that he made Tenet, is what I mean. It's just great movie overall. Totally made me forget that he made Tenet and is secretly trying to make everyone as deaf as he is, personally. Oh, Tenet is great. You are just wrong. Yes, dude. It's so great. It's so sick. I love watching Memento with worse and increasingly worse audio. I love watching a phenomenal movie and in worse versions of the same movie that is phenomenal. Nolan's legacy on audio makes being awful. I mean, that part is true. Unlimited budget after a banger is a Hollywood trope. Yeah. Instead of the story moving backward, the audio does. Dude, listen. I 100% believe that, oh yeah, thinking must hurt. Sorry, you're a himbo. Yeah, dude. It's so, Tenet. It makes you question everything. Yeah, it did. It made me question why it is so hard to hear the characters. Okay. On OTT platform, the audio is good, but I don't know why in cinema the audio is pretty messed up. No, it wasn't pretty good. I watched an OTT platform. Here are the pins for Palestine.
Artists for ceasefire.
Guys, in the center. Straight ahead right here, please. Thank you.
And Billy right here, Billy. Guys together, straight ahead. I'm looking right here. Smart, right here. Yo, bro.
I watched Tenet's IMAX reissue. It was just as bad in the theater. Yeah. Anyway, seen people reacting to the pins because of this. Is this accurate? I'm out of touch. What? Blood of butchered Israelis is on their hands, literally. Apparently, people don't realize that's where the Oscar red pin comes from. I'm floored. How could they not? What? Dude, this has 37 likes. What do you mean? Like, you saw a tweet with 37 likes and you were like, this is discourse? They're saying the pin is actually butchered. The bloody hands in the pin are actually not Palestinian hands, but instead Israeli hands. Is that what you're saying? Most celebrities wearing red pins don't know that the image of the red hands is associated with one horrific event imprinted in the minds of Israelis and Palestinians. The 2000 Ramallah lynching of Israelis. This symbolism isn't a coincidence. Yeah. That's, I mean, dude, it's not that shocking. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Israel invented blood on your hands. That's right. Just like it invented falafel, just like Israel invented shawarma, just like Israel invented hummus, Israel also famously invented, you have blood on your hands. The statement. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, you know, Israel invented feta cheese, coffee, baklava, and also the blood on your hands. You have blood on your hands. The way they're scrambling for PR points is insane. Like, that's not what this pin means at all. Yeah. Yeah, before the year 2000, when Israel invented you have blood on your hands, no one ever said it. Chad is asking where Sam Cedar is. He's currently about 11 miles away. He's live streaming his rollerblading to Hasan's at rumble.com/themajority report/live. Yeah. Yeah. Israel also invented civilization in the Middle East, invented democracy also. Yes. 1948. The year that democracy was invented. They invented Qaddaif too. Yes, of course. And also another thing that Israel invented was the keffiyeh. Just a lot of stuff. All right. Speaking of the last bit of the insanity and the conservative reception to the Oscars, wokeness is dead. Well, that was surprising, says Elon Musk. Best picture, all white cast. Best supporting actor, white guy. Best actor, white guy. Best actress, white chick. Best director, white guy. How desperate are you to turn around and utilize Oscars so white, but then say it's like a positive? Winning an Oscar now just means you won the woke contest. Guess I was wrong. And then, of course, you have the John Cena was actually doing a humiliation ritual for the Illuminati takes. Twitter is just insane now. It's just insane. Winning an Oscar now just means you won the woke contest. They should rename it as Wokewood or Holly Woke. Yes. Just the greatest discourse, dude. Just the greatest. Just a bunch of like very dumb people who are only creative when it comes to like being incredibly mentally unwell. Elon caught workshop in that tweet. The genius gears turn. Winning an Oscar now just means you won the woke contest. Winning an Oscar now just means you were the best Quisling. What? Ugh. Okay. I think it's worth noting that I have not sent you an Elon link in several months now, by the way. I know, it's pretty funny that it's not even Megaphonics anymore. It's everyone else has become Megaphonics. RD hates people talking about his past. I get it, dude. He's like moved on. I understand it. I think it's like lame as hell to just constantly reducing a man to what he once was is a really shitty thing to do. especially when he's like overcome great odds, right? Addiction is a thing that you carry for the rest of your life. It's a great burden, and it is very, very, very difficult to overcome. And people just like bringing up RDJ's past like that over and over again for like a shitty joke is pretty lame. Robert Downey Jr. is who we're talking about. Also, Godzilla Minus One won, and their cast had Godzilla Minus One heels that they were all wearing, which I thought was pretty sick.
The Palestinian protest shut down the Oscars tonight. Humanity wins. One question about Gaza. Yes, we have to
His publicist is like, dude, shut the fuck up. Oh, Jesus. Mark Ruffalo, I mean, is classic. The heels are made by a Japanese brand named Hazama. Their designer is Matsurosuke. They'll be selling more of them soon. Yeah, I saw them. They were sick. Here are the heels made by Hazama. It is pretty cool that they did that. I still haven't watched Godzilla Minus One, and I do want to. See ScarJo on SNL? No, I did not watch SNL. These moments seem small and insignificant, but they matter more than people realize, where everyone chooses to be silent in the face of whipping people from their land. Yeah. Godzilla Minus One, Minus One. Ben Shapiro Dune 2 is hilarious. He pretty much misses the whole point of the story. I wanted to react to that, but I feel like everyone is going to complain about spoilers if I react to it. And I just don't want the onslaught of chat crying about how they still haven't seen Dune 2 as I lose my mind and as I find myself in the throes of mental illness slowly but surely. It's a book that is 60 years old. And multiple movies have been made about it. And it's just like, like, look at this. Do a VOD off stream talking about it if you're interested. Thanks, Chat Chan. Yeah, I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm not going to spend like the 3 hours that I am not live making extra content so that the 300 people who haven't seen it that just want to be annoying will come in to yell about it. We're not going to do it. All right, we're moving on. I've already talked about Dune 2.